Welcome back to Ramdragon Art and Games. Let's take a look at where we left off here real quick. Tilt this up so the light's not in the way. So what we did last time was we painted in the cracks of the planet, the back side of the planet, so we can see that showing on the inside here. Painted in the energy core of the planet and the energy streaks, these weird rings. I don't know why there has to be 6, but hey, whatever. We painted in this nebula for space, and we put in some little details and stars. All right. So now what's left is to paint in the planet itself, clean off the paint from the front. Still have some up there. I've got some paint that went around the edge. I don't know how well the camera can see this. Got some paint that went around the edge here as I was painting the background, so that will need to be scraped off. And then the whole thing will need to be sealed with an enamel paint. And I won't do that on camera. I'm actually going to take this outside and do that in a work area I have set up out there. But that will finish us off today. So the very next step is to peel off this mask. Peel off this mask and get that planet, the front side of this planet, painted in. So I know it's hard to see on that camera right now. If I had a better camera, I would zoom in to show you what's going on. This piece here is not separating from the tape well, and every time I peel it up, it starts peeling the paint off of the glass. Now, like I said, this is going to be a long, tedious process because this paint really prefers sticking to the tape much more than to the glass. But there we go. One. To do before I continue, I'm going to pause the video for a little while. I'm going to get a sharp blade in here, and then I'll come back and we'll do a time lapse. Hold on just a moment. And I'm back. All right, let's go. elephants crying over every mistake. We'll just keep on trying till we run out of cake. As I said, the next step is to paint the planet surface, and the first step of that is to go in and, as I said before, paint in these edges where we're going to see the edges of continents. And I'm just going to paint that in on the top edge, and by top I mean anything closer to the outside of the planet. So down here it'll be the bottom edge of all of these continents. And I'm going to try to match this color as much as I can. So let me mix something up real quick. Okay, now I'm not quite matching this reddish tone here as much as I thought I was going to just by lightening up the purple. So I'm going to add in some of this pinky fluorescent color and see if I can get a little bit closer. That is a little bit closer. Now, the other thing I could try is to scrape off that edge and just do a whole new color. So let's try that next. Oh, this is going to be so difficult. Okay. So there we go. I took it off of that piece of the continent, and we're going to create a whole new color for it. Alright, now what I'm doing is I can kind of see a mark here where I built up some paint in the very center. I'll mark that for you so you can see it too. Alright? And I'm kind of imagining all of these angling towards that. So I'm painting on the outside edge, the farthest point of each shape from that center. And as I get closer to the center, that edge is going to get thinner and thinner. Got to kind of roll my brush to get the paint off and get some back on the tip there, just a bead. I'm not very happy with that brush stroke, but I can fix it. Got some stray paint there. Let's see how that looks. I didn't quite get enough on this edge, so I'll thicken that up just a tad. Much better. All right. Let's continue. Broken off way too much paint over here. I've scraped through some color there. Alright, I'm not going to worry about it when I spray the black enamel on. That will hopefully be protected. So now I've got this laid in, and I'm just thinking to myself, I think I'm going to work this way, and I'm going to get my airbrush cleaned up here real quick. Just a moment, I'll be right back. Now, as I said, this is going to be a hot spot right here. I'll find a better way to point at it. This is going to be a hot spot right here, so right around this area. So my shadow is going to be on this side. Let me lay that in real quick. fading out to a lighter area of dark. Let's see how that looks. Let me hang up my weapon. Did I get dark enough? Let's hold it over some colors here. Yeah, I think I did. I think I got quite dark enough. And I don't want to go too dark. I don't want to go completely opaque with the black, because I do want this to look like a cartoony planet. Just a touch like a cartoony planet. I'm going to go just a touch darker. There we go, and that should do it. And I'm going to spray this lighter color over here. I'm going to start in the middle and kind of spray it out in a circle, because I want my hot spot right around there. I should have sprayed out a little bit more of that black. This is why you always want to work from light to dark, not dark to light. So there's just enough black left in my brush that it is really, really messing up how this looks. That's much closer to what I want. So again, aiming at the same spot, I'm going to draw out a little hot spot of color and kind of go around and around and around. Hot spot. And that's going to be the most, the brightest part of the planet right there. You see that dark spot there that I sprayed on. That's going to be okay, I think. I think that'll still work out all right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, while I still have the same paint in my cup, I'm going to add another, well, I was going to say another drop, but that's more like 3 or 4 drops. And another single drop of blue. You can see I'm still spraying out the lighter color. And as we go out, we're going to spray out the darker color. And it's just a little bit darker. And now, before I finish, I want to add like 2 or 3 drops of blue. And I'm spraying it through so I get that greenish blue color. There it is. I see it. And I'm going to fill up the rest of this planet with that color. There we are. Now, as I said before, I'm going to take this outside. I'm going to spray enamel the back of this with black. It's just a straight black spray enamel. And that will seal everything in. And I'm back with 2 coats of black spray paint varnish on the back here. And I've scraped the paint off the front. I've still got a drying layer of varnish on here. That's what these brush strokes are. Just wanted to make sure that there was a little extra protection there, just because I don't want anything to go wrong, and more protection is better than less. But let's take it, flip it over, and see what we've got for our final product. Right there. There we are. There is Steven Universe, the Gem Homeworld I want to get a good shot for my screenshot thumbnail. There we are. There it is. There's our final product. Thank you for joining me for this project. I enjoyed it tremendously. As always, like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know something that you would like to see me do next.
If you go to litter, if you litter, you go to jail because it's bad, because it's mean to animals.